Good evening, everyone. This is Suriteja, and today I am going to perform IELTS English Speaking Mock Test number 1. And this test is going to have 3 parts. And today I am going to answer the fifth question of part number 3. And the discussed topic of part number 3 is called People and Business. So let's get started. And the fifth question of part number 3 is: are there any disadvantages of running a business, and which is the most serious? So the answer to that question is yes. I think there are disadvantages in running a self business by yourself, because the great benefit of running a great business does not come with greater risk and responsibility, but it is associated with it. And the inherent risk of running a business can be more daunting than any other else. For example, the failed business can also be associated with bankruptcy and etc. For example, if you run a particular company, you need to make sure that every employee gets his salary at a particular period of time. For example, many of the companies provide salaries by first of the every month. So if a company does not provide that, it may sometimes even lead to very serious consequences. For example, if a employee does not even get his employment or his salary per for more than months or even years, he may sometimes rebel against you, and sometimes it may even lead to the bankruptcy. And however, I think it is very difficult to run business by oneself, because in business, profit and loss are just like some twitch of dices, because sometimes you may get profit in a huge amounts and loss at the same time, but sometimes loss may be very severe, that it even destroys one's business which has been run for many and many years. For example, if you take some of the local business shops and etc., they do not have a good number of products and etc. in order to sell, but somehow they sustain to sell their products. But in this process, in long run, it would even lead to their bankruptcy and even the loss of the employees from a particular business, and even it may lead to the bankruptcy and closing of many other companies. And it depends upon the economical situation at present, because if you see, a closing of a company is not a very easy task, because if you want to close a company, first there must be no demand for the particular product. So which plays a very crucial role in the closing of a company is the demand of a particular product which a company makes. For example, if a company makes onions, if the demand of an onion at a particular period of time is high, then the profit of the company will be more. But when the demand of onion becomes less and the demand of tomatoes begin, then the loss becomes more inevitable, and even sometimes it may leads to bankruptcy and closing of many small local businesses. It's just an example to provide a small sample of loss and profit in running a business. Whereas if you come to the case of an employee who works in a business, sometimes it is very hard to tell, but sometimes you may get fired from a business and you can join in another business or company or office tomorrow or any other time. But for starting a business, or for the person who want to start a business, it's very difficult after the bankruptcy. And I think this is the most important thing, because it is very difficult to sustain in a business for a longer period of time, like any other multi-millionaire companies or even some of the big branded companies, because many people may not survive, or many people may not even sustain the branded or even the quality products which are being made at once and may not be present at the future. So like this, there are many companies which could even become bankruptcy. But another big problem arises even when the companies are closed. And the other big major issue is how to start another company by the person who first started another company and closed it. Because you see, in starting a company, you need money and you need capital investment, and you need even sometimes crores and crores of money in order to start a particular business, even it's small. So in order to start this, you need a huge amount of money. But when once you become bankrupt, or any of the issues or financial troubles haunt you, it becomes quite difficult for you to earn the person or the sponsor in order to give you such amount of money. So I think this is the serious problem, or this is the main advantage, or I'm sorry, this is the main disadvantage of running a system. And thank you.